Ready?
Hello and welcome to Rhythm and Pixels, a video game music podcast. This is Rhythm and Pixels Chat, episode 38-6. My name is Rob Nichols.
And I'm eating.
And every week we listen to great video game music. Every month we present it to you. And before we present great video game music to you, we sit down and have a little chat. And we need to talk about your grades. They've been slipping.
Well, what do I got to say, man? I'm trying to fit in. I want to be cool.
Oh, this isn't... Oh, really?
Yes. I want to be cool. I want to fit in.
You're my tutor, and your grades are slipping?
Well, sucks to be you, buddy.
Okay, it looks like I'm failing English again.
Well.
Anyway, so also during these chats, we don't just talk about games and movies and things that we're up to, and we also like to read listener emails. We also like to have guests on to chat with them and to interview them and to ask them how they did in high school English.
We never asked our guests how they did in high school English.
Well,
it might be putting them on
the day.
Oh, man. Sorry that happened.
All right, we have members of the New Jersey Gamer Symphony Orchestra. We have Alyssa and Victoria. Thank you so much for joining us on our show.
Thank you. I'm not usually assertive about this, but it's actually Alyssa, and I'm just gonna say it.
That's cool.
Yeah,
check it out.
I'm usually really bad. People will call me Alyssa for like 15 years, and I'll be like,
it's Silent Hill's fault.
I hope you don't mind. I'm changing that Y to double E.
Oh, do whatever you want, whatever helps. I have reminders on my monitor, as you know.
Oh boy!
And Victoria, that's cool.
That.
I work with a Vicky. Is Victoria all right?
Yeah, Victoria's great. Appreciate you asking.
Okay, no problem. This is something that we professionals would normally do before they record. But guess what? Screw it. We're recording right now.
Guess what? He's never he's known me all these years. He's never asked me if I prefer Pernellicus or not. He just stuck with Pernell and just ran with it. That's fine. I get it.
In my phone, you are Pernell because I've misspelled your name, and forever you are Pernell in my brain. My wife's upstairs like, hey, is Pernell coming over for dinner? I'm like, let me check with Pernell. Pernell, you coming? Pernell?
I don't know. Pernellicus might. I don't know about Pernell.
Oh, man. We got ancient Rome, Pernellicus.
That's right. That's a name I came up with last weekend. I went to an Unpub convention, board game testers.
Oh, yeah.
And someone had a RPG game. And it was like, come up with a name. I was like, I don't have one. Okay. Pernellicus. And I'm like, there's my name. And the guy goes, okay, you're at a high school reunion. I'm like, that's a terrible name for a high school reunion. But I'm stuck with a name.
So you assumed this was like a fantasy setting?
Yes. And he's like, yeah, high school's the thing. And now you're meeting old people. Were you friends with them? I was like, no, they sucked. Why am I even here?
Your life sounds like a Yakuza plot.
It was getting there, and then like Vine people came up. Apparently, the host of the party was actually part of a Venus Flytrap monster collective or something.
It was like a fantastical high school reunion.
Yes.
Okay.
They were trying to eat everyone, and I was like, I don't care. I just want to get out of here. But he was like, but you have your high school sweetheart you're looking up for. Like, she wasn't my sweetheart. She was my lab partner.
It sounds a lot like my 20-year high school reunion. People trying to eat me alive. But anyway, we got off track here. Alisa and Victoria, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Please, one at a time.
No, there's more chaos.
Just describe what the New Jersey Gamer Symphony Orchestra means to you and why you're better than the other one.
Simultaneously.
No, it doesn't work that way.
Well, we're actually really inspired. I was really inspired when I formed the group by the University of Maryland Gamer Symphony Orchestra, which is like the OG GSO, and they're really like the whole start of the whole thing. Like from them, we have so many of the GSOs forming around the country, so I owe a lot to them. But it's just completely life-changing for me. I don't know if I can say like enough how much my life has changed for the better just through NJDSO. I feel like I really met like my chosen family, and just I've really gotten to grow as like a musician and a conductor. Like when I first started, I was like really intimidated. I didn't really know like how to run a group of this caliber and how to really run rehearsals. Like I had some conducting experience from college, but not like really a whole lot. It kind of just like took in what I can see from like concerts and whatnot, and just learned so much more about like myself and running a group and like working with people and just kind of like learned a lot, which I think really helped me to kind of just like grow. And nowadays I feel like I'm feeling a little more confident about like my leadership and everything, but it's just an amazing place that I can go every week and just like make beautiful music with people I care a lot about, and it's just like just an incredible feeling to like put on concert after concert and just like hear folks in the audience just like clap and cheer for like the amazing group on stage, and I just owe a lot to it. It's also how I met my wonderful partner, and just so many great friends like Vicky here, and it's great. I don't know, I just owe so much to this group, and I always say it's the best decision of my life is forming NJGSO.
I only regret that it's in North Jersey.
Oh, it's a little more of a drive from.
It's a hard day trip
from dangerous Delaware. Apparently,
it's a hard day trip, but you know what? You can stay in scenic North Jersey, and you can come to Digital Press Video Games, which is down the road from our upcoming concert. And yes,
do it. Wait, that's an absolutely lovely story. How many years have you been with the orchestra?
A little over 10 now.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's crazy.
I love that.
Just to make sure, the Baltimore one you referred to, was that the Bros?
Oh, no, this is actually the UMD GSO. But there's also the Baltimore GSO. They're all bros being gender neutral, all the GSOs for us. So, but no, there's a UMD GSO that was like kind of like the OG. And I actually worked with them a little bit. I submitted a few arrangements, which they were like... they accepted them to like perform in their concerts, which is like a big honor for me, and I got to go down and like even get to play with them a little bit, which was a lot of fun, and met a lot of really cool people that way that I still talk to this day, and a few which like helped me like form the group initially, which was like really cool as well. So big shout out to UMD GSO and all the other GSOs out there.
Nice.
Let me kick it off to Vicky.
Oh, thank y'all. So I'd like to second like a lot of the beautiful sentiments that Elisa just shared. It has been life-changing, and I've made so many wonderful friends through this group. I've only been with them since 2022, I want to say, roughly. Mm-hmm. And I'd like to add in the factor, like, I was really intimidated about joining the orchestra. I didn't have any formal training per se for like singing or anything. My mom did teach me some singing and gave me pointers. My mom did professional singing, professional dancing, all this good stuff. And I've always wanted to sing like video game music, anime music, all that good stuff. Obviously, GSO is game music. And I was so intimidated. I saw these beautiful like professional performances, and I'm like, there's no way I can join those guys. So when I started dating David and I moved up here to North Jersey, I started coming along to the rehearsals because he's also in the orchestra, David, my fiance. And I was just sitting and looming in the background like a fighting game character that hasn't been unlocked yet. And I didn't realize that there were so many gremlins in this group.
It's true. The G does stand for gremlin.
That's very good.
But then I'm assuming it sounds like you were eventually unlocked. So then are you a grappler? Are you a parry fighter? Range?
I'm a pugilist. I'm definitely like a grappler and like I'm a punch person.
Yes.
I do the punching.
This is Abel
as
from
an
Street
alto.
Fighter 4. I love that.
As an alto, I'm definitely a puncher.
Okay.
So I was indoctrinated into the cult.
In the orchestra, then, who's the toughies? Who are the baddies in the orchestra?
I don't know. I think everyone's just like a cinnamon roll. I don't think we have any baddies.
They're going to be like, oh, no, it's the brass section. They will take you down.
No. They're the sweetest.
They'll
Like,
take you down to sleep with a nice, cozy medley.
Maybe the choir altos. I feel like they can scrap. I mean,
Yeah, I
Vicky,
feel.
you're there.
Yeah, I kind of feel like out of everybody in the orchestra, I'm the only one who is like feral.
It's like everyone shows up and she needs to get a biscuit to calm down. She's foaming again.
I think everyone's just too sweet. I mean, like, I don't know.
I mean,
Vicky,
it
do you have any
was a
thoughts?
joke question. You don't have to answer.
No, I'm gonna seriously thinking about that. I'm gonna be laying in bed tonight, be like, "Wow, the clarinets could really scrap."
There
I
was
should
that
really,
one
like,
time
acknowledge this.
Joe got especially angry about just one missed note. I don't know what the deal was with that. He's got some fire in him.
Yeah. One of those violins is a little squeaky, and then like you see someone just smack to the other side.
What are you doing?
Yeah, first chair is suddenly down.
Hours of work going.
Somebody on a clarinet is just like, who put the triplets here?
Hey, it's 12/8. There's gonna be triplets.
There's gonna be triplets at 12/8.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
So actually, it's just the meter. They're not really triplets, but I'm not here to talk about music theory.
Yet.
we we talk about music theory in the same way that people who want to be wine enthusiasts talk about wine. So we're going to we just really appreciate it, and we'll just use whatever language that we have. And I have a cursory knowledge, and Pernell has a secondary cursory
Rob
knowledge.
knows the word arpeggio, and I always go,
Ooh,
it has a
yeah,
bleep bleep sound, and every once in a while it rises, then it lowers.
Well, it means something different on the Nintendo. That's all that is.
There is the arpeggiator in the sense of the Nintendo, like the
That's
chip
right,
tune
yes.
and all that. But no, I will talk about music theory. I am that like pedantic individual, so I'm gonna refrain tonight as much as possible.
Well, actually, no. And in our next episode, if you to our listeners, tune in next week because we will have Elisa and Victoria joining us, and we'll be listening to some great music that they've brought with them to share, and they will be pedantic and talk about music theory at the same time.
You might learn a bit about music, a bit about yourself.
Or we'll just keep chatting
Incredible.
and just BSing. So that'd be great. What was I going to say? Oh, so walk us through a concert. What's going into a concert, and as an audience member, what would I be experiencing?
Well, you're gonna have a lot of fun. There's a lot that goes into the concert, but as an audience member, you're gonna have a lot of fun. When I put together like the concert programs, like I really want to like offer kind of like a variety in music in terms of like what game it's from, what genre of game, what like style of music we're hearing. Do we have like our AAA or Nintendo or like indie games? So kind of just like trying to like put together as like a diverse like smorgasbord of music as possible. And it's just like a lot of fun. It's not like an insanely long concert. Like all in all, you'd be there about like 2 hours. But we have we'll play like about like 14, maybe like less. I'd say like even close to like 12 pieces or so. We have a raffle, which is always a lot of fun, or a door prize segment with like complete with like drum rolls and a lot of fun stuff. So there's like a lot of energy. There's always like delicious like baked goods, really cool like promotion and flyers. Like oh yes. We have a lot of talented bakers in the group, and they bring their A game at the concerts. Both in terms of music and baked goods. We have a lot of cool like flyers that Vicky has led on designing, which are like really awesome. And it's just a good time, I think, like, just being like an audience member. But like what goes into that, like even like aside from what you see is just like months and months of planning and just, planning like the arrangements, working, I work with our Travis, our arrangement coordinator, to like make sure that the arrangements are like good to go and like able to be like easily performed and rehearsed. With like very few like problems in like rehearsal, working with like kind of putting together like a concert order, working on planning rehearsals. Like we have a rehearsal cycle that's usually between like 15 to 18 rehearsals we have like these 2.5-hour rehearsals each Sunday that we sit down, we like break down like every like nuance that we can possibly like get our hands on like with the music. And and we plan like a sound check, and we plan just like what we're gonna wear, and just a lot of planning that goes into it. So that's what goes into our music from like audience perspective and like our
Speaking
perspective.
of like planning, this is just a personal interest question. How do you generally decide what music you're going to arrange, which then becomes the performance?
I was just going to ask that. I was thinking, you kind of glossed over, I decide the music, then we're going to go in there. Like, do people have suggestions? Are there hits?
We have a ton of like talented arrangers in the group. So like I personally like to arrange music, but like we have there's no shortage of talented arrangers. So they all kind of bring their own things to like the table. And from there, I kind of put together the program based on like what they've worked on. And it seems to always like come together like really nicely that like we seem to have like a good mix of like different styles of music and whatnot. But people like will just, some of us arrange like what they want to arrange, like music from their favorite games, or just kind of music from games like they want to hear. Or sometimes it's like really sweet, we'll have some people who will arrange music from like games that other people in the group are like big fans of. Like we have a piece, not to give away the program, but we have a piece on our upcoming concert that the arranger actually arranged for another person in the group, and it was just like a very sweet little tribute to like that, like what that person wanted to hear. So the music comes from like all sorts of sources,
So what you're telling me is that if I pay Victoria enough money to arrange an ease track as a favor.
Well, we have done East. We've done This Boy's Got Wings in the past.
Oh, yeah!
It's in our archive somewhere as a small ensemble piece. And we do have a member, our synth player, George, who would go nuts to do some East. And we have a couple of the East fans too. Vicky, I don't know if you know of any other East fans in the group, but
I'm an East fan.
You are? Oh, I'm so sorry, Vicky. I'm like, I'm going to be in your wedding and I didn't know this.
Well, you know
I'm
now.
It's actually an East themed wedding, and
You Adol the Red.
I'm going to have to catch up on my East.
All I know is the music. I've never played an East game.
Whereas
imagine a roguelike wedding.
Just walk up to the altar. You don't know what the vows are going to be.
That's kind of messed up. Where you go up and like you start to give your vows, and then like everything goes wrong. And then you're like, okay. Now you know a little bit more. Start back from the beginning again.
But you don't, because it's a roguelike, so the vows will change every time.
Or you're killed, right? That's what happens, right? You're killed. You have to go back from the start.
Is every step to the altar a different puzzle?
You got to map it.
So are roguelike games just Groundhog Day?
That's it. The walk to the wedding, the walk to the altar is a series of warp tiles. And each step you take warps you somewhere else inside the church.
Okay. Oh, it's like Slivko in the original Pokemon.
That's right. That is right.
I was thinking exactly like that.
No. That's
like got Pokemon. Me messed up.
You walk down the aisle and there's all your family and friends. They're sitting there, and then you get like 2 rows down, and someone goes
random encounter.
This is, wow, what a beautiful wedding. Father-in-law wants to
I love these wedding dresses. They're comfy and easy to wear.
You get into a Pokemon battle with a Zubat, singular Zubat, and then Vacant Interference from East 7 starts playing.
Man,
this is going to be a great wedding.
A very hectic, fast-paced wedding.
You think me and Pernell can show up and DJ for a little? Because it sounds like it's going to be
only if I can wear the Zubat costume.
Get in the pit. Let's do it.
It is a Halloween wedding, so technically speaking.
It's a Halloween themed wedding?
I could wear a Zubat costume. I just got to find what I can fit.
One of my good friends from high school had a Halloween themed wedding, and it was a blast. Like everyone was dressed up. It was great.
That's so cool.
It was great. The officiant was dressed as Elvis. It's awesome.
Oh my God, my brother dressed as Elvis for my best friend's wedding.
I mean, you got to do it, right?
He was the officiant, and he dressed up as No, I'm sorry. He dressed up as Prince. I was completely wrong.
That's even better.
Wow. No, I'm on like my second glass of wine, and I've already mixed up Elvis and Prince. So this is only downhill from here.
Hey, you just have me jealous because I don't have wine. I have coffee.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, there's no
coffee. Coffee is just as good too.
I don't know. I feel a lot less mellow.
Yeah, you can't complain about being tired all the time when you're drinking coffee all night.
There's a reason why I'm doing it. Yes.
I
What?
have cake-flavored water.
Cake
Ooh,
flavor-
cake water.
That is
Cake
what?
water.
That's a thing.
Water, if you will.
Cake water. Someone just slap batter in that stuff.
Is it even water at that point?
I think it's just goo.
I don't think you should drink that. I don't. That's
should
not
Oh
call
no,
good.
it's delicious. It's
Least of all
sugar-free.
before the wedding.
It's like just candy water.
Yum yum.
Are we gonna cut the water at your wedding, Vicky?
I'm gonna cut the water with cake.
This procedurally generated wedding is crazy.
They're not. You're right. They're not throwing like rice or confetti. They're throwing water.
Ooh.
Hey, it's easier. It's refreshing.
It's refreshing. It's absolutely refreshing. And there's a slip and slide on the way back.
That's a
They
summer
clean
one.
up real good.
Eat the cake smash and then slip and slide. I did
Now, at Mike's wedding and at Tom's wedding, they both had karaoke all night long, and that
Ooh.
was a blast.
That would be fun.
That sounds like
That
fun.
was really, really.
That sounds
good.
awesome.
I would
Yeah.
just bring
Yeah.
it down though.
Well, they
That's
had-
the way I did bring it down because I sung at that wedding.
Yeah. Well, you weren't at Mike's, but yeah, you
was
were
at Tom's.
Yeah, Tom's. Tom's was a blast.
Don't mess with me in karaoke. I'll make you cry.
That
with
guy had
joy.
he had some system that was just downloading whatever was on the internet. So I sang Ninja Sex Party like all night long.
Oh, yes.
Incredible.
I was like, this is great. No one knows what I'm talking about.
That's
Some
the
of my
best
friends
karaoke.
have had a karaoke thing, and I'm like, oh, we have YouTube karaoke here. Great. I'm just gonna start singing boss music from Final Fantasy 14. If you don't want the mechanics spoiled, don't look at the screen.
Wait. That brings me. I'm trying to remember which boss theme in that game had vocals.
A bunch of them.
It's been so long. I just know the game.
I thought you were going to get up there and go. Dun, 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 dun.
Man, this guy's good. I can feel the critical hit.
Dun 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 dun.
There we go.
Much better than mine. Much better than mine.
That worked pretty. Over Zoom, that worked pretty well, actually.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Were we like in sync? Or were we at the like was there
Jack-
any like delay?
I'm gonna say good enough. I'm gonna say good.
Cool.
enough.
Cool.
That's-
We definitely share a brain cell.
And that's what you get from
Oh,
Rivet
yeah.
and Pixels. Good enough. You give us a half an hour.
Hey, if
we'll
it's
give
good
you
enough
good
for the
enough.
Goonies, it's good enough for us.
Rest assured, in person, we are synced up.
I can see you conducting me even though there's no camera.
Oh, I'm conducting you in my mind with my brain.
The conductor's baton is in my mind.
I was like, there's a
Leave it to
Lammy.
Lammy. Hey, I love Umjamar Lammy.
Oh, me
That's the
too.
reason I started playing guitar is because of
No
Lammy.
kidding.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that
I
origin.
love that story. So
Yeah, no, I just thought she was like so cool, and
She
like
was.
I just had to start playing guitar.
she is. She's not dead. She's
Yeah.
alive. She's
Yeah,
in
I know.
She's in a home.
She's in our
Rest in- rest in
mind.
peace.
She's in our play the game.
No, you're right. She's still with us, and yeah, no, she
That's
is.
so sad. That's so sad. Where's Grandma, Mom?
She fought her way out of hell
what
for a
happened-
reason,
What happened
you
to
know.
Grandma? Well,
Yeah,
you know,
I
she's
was
off to a
gonna
better
say.
place. My grandma's in my mind.
Rock out. But yeah, she has to be with us. She played her way out of hell. I think she.
Yeah,
earned her
yeah.
place
Yeah,
up
that's
here.
right. Yeah.
Not to spoil like a 30-year-old game
That's
or
all right.
however old it is, but yeah, she did die. She went to hell, but in the American version,
She went to an island.
That is telling. I mean, for like 3 or 4 levels, you're trying to help everyone around you. You know, you're putting babies to sleep. You're helping the guy with a chainsaw, and then she dies and she goes to hell. What did she
Yes.
do?
Yeah.
It's
What
the
did
end
she
of
do?
the game, and she goes to hell, and she has to rock out to continue the game and escape.
Oh my
She
god.
rocks out with like the Lammy version of Shaka Khan. It is the coolest scene. It's like,
That's right.
But they didn't change any aspect.
wild and
Oh my
violent flame.
It's Bayonetta before Bayonetta, honestly.
It's just I
like
miss
Bayonetta.
games like that.
I need to write
actually.
that down. We're gonna put this in the show notes. Jamie Lammy is the original Bayonetta.
Yeah, absolutely. Like the inspiration for Bayonetta.
They had Randy in there too. She had to amount to something.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So Jeremy Lammy, a game I've played many, many times. Bayonetta, not.
Bayonetta is
Same, honestly.
rocking
Is it
game.
the same game? Okay, good.
Like when
She comes out and she's got like the machine guns in her stilettos, and you hear no.
Put these angels to sleep, will you? I will. With guns.
That's what she does, from what I hear.
Yeah, she does. Oh, mercy. It's like, God. Now I'm going to have to go home and play Bayonetta. Look what you people did to me.
It's a good game. I remember playing it on the Xbox back in college, and now that I'm remembering the years for that, I'd like to slowly walk into the sea.
No, that's,
Yeah, it was a great game. I
I'll
love
race
you
you
played
there.
Bayonetta in college. I'm like, oh my god. You were playing Mario Kart on the N64.
Or in college.
You know, the first video game I've ever played was Zelda 2. The fact that I'm still playing video games after that, I am surprised.
No, it was great. I enjoyed that.
People hated
Yeah.
on that game for no
Why?
reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
I like it. I like it, but I was age 7. That
Yeah.
was basically, at that point, leaving a child in the woods.
the Lost Woods, if you will.
do, 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 do.
Yeah, that was like when I first started. I tried to play Final Fantasy 1, and I think I was like 5 or 6, and like
That
I can't read
game
any of this.
was-
I don't know what's going on.
That game was so hard
And it was
back
so
then.
hard to begin with. Yeah.
But at the same time, and it's why when people like to ask me about games that are age appropriate for ages, not for like violent stuff, but just like the ability to comprehend.
Comprehension. Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to limit kids by saying, oh no, stick with DuckTales or something. No, because we didn't have parents that did that stuff. They were just like, oh, this game looks okay, or
Right.
my child asked for it. So I'm sitting there playing, Final Fantasy or Dragon Warrior. I don't know why I should leave the castle. I don't know why I'm walking in this direction.
Yeah.
Why is this golem punching me? None of it made sense, but I wanted to figure it out.
And then, now that I'm a dad, I'm like, I think about this a lot. Like, what's going to be the first games I'm gonna expose him to? I don't play a lot of games anymore myself, but like when I do, I get like obsessed with them. So
Elden Ring. Have the child
Elden
play
Of course.
Elden Ring.
Yeah.
Hey,
Absolutely.
bring them up right.
Or if you want to get them started, you can do Pokemon Legends Arceus, which is like the Dark Souls of Pokemon.
Oh, mercy.
sounds interesting.
I had a Tangrowth come up behind me. Like I was just like walking around in like the forest or whatever, and it's like Tangrowth, which is like 20 feet tall for no reason, just comes up behind me, like slaps me, and I just got completely murked. Like you will die in that game. But
Yes,
it is
you do.
crazy.
Well,
I like it a lot.
Since we're talking about games we played, maybe what games are we playing right now? Lisa, we want to start with you. Like what games have you played recently or finished recently?
I mean, unfortunately, I don't play a ton of games these days myself. I was going through Plague of Shadows, actually, the Shovel Knight campaign, because I just got done, or not just got done, but I'm arranged a Plague Knight piece for the Orchestra this cycle. I can get that one away because it's on the flyer. But yeah, so like I was playing through like the Plague of Shadows campaign again, and it's just like, it's so much fun. Other than that, I've kind of gotten into like the Pokemon like TCG again. I used to be into it as a kid. Yeah, so like it's an acoustic game, if you will, but like kind of collecting some cards and having fun with that and building some decks.
So do you have to shoulder check the people at Target to get new packs nowadays?
Oh, that's what I hear, and I just kind of stay away. I'm too old for that. I'll go to the store, I'll get a pack or two. I'll be fine with like a little bit. Like I don't have to go insane. I just want like my Slowpoke cards and stuff.
You called it acoustic gaming?
Yeah. It's when it's like tabletop. It's an acoustic game. Yeah.
Pernell and I are in our families are obsessed with board gaming, and and so people call it analog. I'm gonna call it acoustic.
Oh, analog. Yeah.
No, acoustic's better.
Acoustic for
I love
life,
it. This is unplugged. This is video games unplugged.
Unplugged. That's right. That's right. But yeah, I think that's about it. I mean, I picked up a Bomberman 64 today, so maybe I'll give that a
Good.
roll. The Japanese version.
Yes.
Yeah.
You got
It's so hard, though.
4 thumbs up.
Oh, yeah.
Way up high.
Nice.
It has bomb
Love to hear.
jumping, so...
Oh, yeah. No, it's probably really hard. I'm going to probably be bad at it, but,
you'll be fun.
No,
it's
it's-
just it's a challenge you have to embark on.
It's
Don't
worth
let
it.
it dismiss you.
Yeah, it's worth it.
Oh, yeah.
I believe in you.
Thank you, friends. We got this. But that's about it. I'll probably think of like 100 more at some point, but I think that's like kind of top of mind right now. So,
Victoria, have you been up to anything in the digital world, or is everything still unplugged acoustic style?
I am doing. Oh gosh,
Yeah.
I'm doing both. I'm working on, in terms of acoustic gaming, I'm working on rebuilding my tabletop game collection, specifically Arkham Horror from Fantasy Flight Games.
oh,
Fun
we gotta
games,
spend
but they
8
take
hours
all
playing
day.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it's the only thing. It's one of 2 things that can keep me focused without stressing out. I love fighting Cthulhu, the plasma ball of death. It is a good thing to do. But yeah, I love that, so I'm slowly rebuilding that. But I also I'm playing a couple things in the electronic world. I've been primarily playing Final Fantasy 14. And that has been
Yes.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
It never ends.
Yeah, my niece is super into that.
Oh nice.
Yeah.
I'm working on I've already endgame. I got to the end of the most recent patch. And I'm working on becoming an Omni Crafter, and the biggest enemy that I've ever had to face in this game is storage space. This is hurtful.
How much space does it take at this
That's
point?
like Pernell, where he's like, okay, I got the end of the game. I did really, really well, and I'm left like you have like thousands and thousands of potions and health items that you never used.
Oh no, she's talking about, like, if I'm not mistaken, she's talking about like hard drive space.
Oh, hard drive space.
Oh no, actually like in-game space.
Like
Really?
Inventory. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant like your computer space.
They actually
my
limit.
apologies.
Wait. They actually limit your space in an MMO.
Yeah, it's very painful. I have 3 retainers, one of which I pay for, and each of those has 175 spaces, like boxes of space. My main character has 175 spaces in their inventory. I have a Chocobo saddlebag that has 32 spaces. Everything is used up,
That
and
poor
I am
Chocobo.
so
So
sad.
first of all, I owe Rob an apology because he had it right. And second of all, oh my god, that just seems maddening to me. Absolutely maddening.
The reason for this is because you're an Omni Crafter. They do share a lot of gear, not everything, but I'm primarily a DPS. They have different types of gear for each of the DPS. For a lot of them, for the tanks, I main a tank. I'm working on maining a healer. I don't plan on doing that because I don't have that much patience. I'm not a nice person. I can't heal. But like, if you die, you die. It's your problem. I'm the tank, and I'm the DPS. I'll just go get hit. That's easy. I'm not doing calculus. But yeah, no, like. When you're fishing, you catch like 47 fish. Some of them stack, some of them don't. You need 16 things to like craft one thing for endgame, and you have to go and you have to construct each of those things from other stuff you find in the world. So you got to get a gatherer. The gatherer has its own set of gear. So long story short, I love this game.
I can't imagine you not liking it if you're willing to do all that stuff.
I mean, everything you're describing sounds so much like a tabletop game that we need
Yes.
to predominate into.
Yes, absolutely.
So it totally makes sense.
Engine
So I'm
build
doing
and
that.
craft.
So I'm doing that, and I'm going back through Pokemon Silver now that I've had the batteries replaced.
Yes, that's awesome.
All right, favorite Johto Mon.
Yes.
Oh, Slow King.
Slow King, intriguing.
Well,
Okay.
I am a slowpoke aficionado. My best friend's niece came to my house one time and said I had a slowpoke problem. Just because a nearly 40-year-old woman has like 20 slowpokes in her apartment is not a problem.
Hey, no judgment here.
No, my favorite's still Psyduck. I had a
Oh,
bunch
no.
of Psyducks.
Good boy. Yes. Oh.
Well, Johto, I think mine was, even though it was worthless playing wise, was still like Mawile and Ladian and
Oh,
Metagross.
they're so cool.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
Metagross was absolutely beast. So
They're good lads.
that's wait.
I
Metagross wasn't in that game. Scratch that last one.
Yeah, I think that was the one after that. The one
the Ruby and Sapphire.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Pokemon Wind Waker.
7.8 out of 10. Too much water.
It's ridiculous. It's still how is that still getting referenced on their site? I mean, like people still bring it up, but it was hilarious.
This was written by Groudon. This had to be written by Groudon.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. The Groudon apologists, out there. Like.
Yeah, but my favorite of the games was probably Ruby Sapphire, and then XY. It's weird to even explain why. It's just I think just the moment I played them and what they brought to the table at the time. It was the perfect storm.
No, XY was fun. I want to hear about Vicky's favorite Johto Pokemon site. I'm in their wedding, and I don't know this either.
Actually, you bought me a plush with my face.
Oh no, but that's not a Johto Pokemon. That's
specifically Johto. What's Johto? Region in Pokemon Gold and Silver.
Oh, I know your fave. I know your fave is the fire chicken, but
yeah, my fave is the fire chicken. Okay, so my specific fave in Johto. Ooh, that is such a toughie.
But I mean, you're playing it right now, so it should help.
There's just so many good boys. It's
no, everyone is so wonderful. Everybody's so creative. I love.
Well, who's your most useful? Put it that way.
I would say probably Steelix was the GOAT.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Steelix was
type's brand new. Just dropping.
And Ampharos was also the GOAT.
Oh yeah. Ampharos.
He's actually a giraffe.
Is it seriously?
Sorry.
Giraffering?
Oh, that's the one I'm thinking of.
I'm about to say, like, Ampharos, I didn't think that was a giraffe, but I also should mention Ampharos was on my final team in that game, so that should be considered a favorite.
I would be scared if Ampharos, whatever, like, just approached me. I'd be like, that's probably God.
He's at the adorable face, though. There's no fear in that. There's no fear there. Just joy.
How tall is it?
How tall am I? I can see him at eye level.
I'm going to go on Wikipedia. I'm going to go on Bulbapedia right now. And
what's up, Amp?
It's 4'7". It's shorter than me. I can't fight that.
So there's
I'll say Pernell is towering over this thing.
Yeah, I'm like, what's up, Ampharos? What you doing? What you got? Get the ball. Get the ball, son.
Oh, I could pick up Ampharos. I can literally, it's 136 pounds and it's 4'7". I could pick that up and run. Okay, cool.
There you go.
Oh, nice.
But he's so adorable. Wouldn't you rather him run alongside you?
No.
Teammates.
A fireman carry.
Fireman carry. We'll get you out of here. But yeah, I got Gold Silver. When that was new, that was an addiction. That was the only one. No, there were others that had it, but not as strongly. It had the clock, so it had a night-day cycle.
Yeah,
you had to wake up to catch a ladybug at the national park at like 6 in the morning.
Saturday morning.
Oh, God.
And I was like, on a Saturday morning. And I was like, I am not. I was not that kind of kid.
Is this how we get you up in the morning?
It was how I got up for that Pokemon, but I was very angry to have to do it. But Ladybug was worth it. Though,
wake up! We're catching Ladybug.
Time to catch that Ladybug. Onward! And I was happy to do it. But
the coolest. Sorry, you go.
Sorry. I was gonna say I'm still programmed to think about Lapras every Friday. Even when I wasn't playing this, I keep thinking about Lapras every Friday. Gotta go to Union Cave, and I'm like, why am I like this? I'm not playing the game. I guess I'll still play the
game. You gotta go to Union Cave on Friday.
Wake up in the morning on
Friday.
Wake up in the morning. Your husband's there. Your fiance is there. Just like, honey, wake up. We gotta go. Union Cave now. Like,
and I take a deep breath and I get
Vicky, are you getting married on a Friday?
I am getting married on a Friday, so I need to catch the Lapras before I get married.
I think Elisa just has a joke just ready to go right now. Just slap a giant Lapras plushie behind the podium.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm gonna wear like a little Lapras on like my lapel. I think, even though it doesn't match like the vetting colors, I'm just gonna lapelris, of course.
It needs to happen. It'll be glorious.
Lapelamon.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna check Etsy.
I'm sure.
We need some Lapras pins for the lapels.
Yes.
Oh my god.
So my nephew had a baby. They named their baby Evelyn, so they can call her Eevee because they love Eevee, the Eevee Pokemon. So we're gonna have. I don't think it's common knowledge in the family, but we're trying to give them as much Eevee-related toys as possible.
You said they already did the Pokemon selection, didn't they?
I don't know.
Because if they didn't, they should change it for their kid and do stones.
We have.
It just makes sense.
Stones.
Yeah, the evolution stone. She's Eevee.
Oh, that's right. We got to figure out where we're going to go next.
It would be, instead of having, because you know the Pokemon selection thing, right?
Yes, I do.
So, typically fire, water, grass starter, baby crawls to one of them. Yeah, baby. In this case, it would just be a fire stone, a water stone, and like a leaf stone. And you just leave them on the floor. Whichever one she crawls to. You got yourself a Leafy.
At this point, I'll have Pikachu, and I'll have Bulbasaur, and I'll have Llama, Red Pajama, and we'll go towards Llama every time.
Every time, because they're warm.
Moonshammer Llama.
Which he does look like he could be a Pokemon, but he isn't as jammy.
Look, if they just go and grab an Agumon plush, we gotta be worried. This is gonna.
No, this is not a.
Hook this child up to Cyber Sleuth. Go tell.
What about a Monster Rancher?
Now that's the real deal.
Goodness.
That's the real deal.
Where you can put like your. I never played it. I was such a Pokemon kid. I looked at the others, so I was like, no. But like you could put your CD into like the PlayStation, and like it would form a different monster. That's kind of cool.
I bought CDs from freaking FYE just for that game. Like I'd go online, they say if you get this CD, you get this special monster. I don't own that.
Pernell walks into FYE and he's like, Shania Twain, please.
Oh no, there was no shame. Like, give me that Shania Twain. What's the deal?
I have Kid Rock.
I want Guitar Man.
like, what do you want this for? You like this? No, I want the monster it contains inside.
Yeah. You would.
I don't want to listen to this garbage.
I want
not
the
insulting
code.
Shania Twain, but insulting Kid Rock, of course. Sorry to the Kid Rock fans.
Could you have burned a disc and then? I guess this was before like CD writers were more common.
They're more
right?
common, yeah.
Or
but eventually you could do
the
what
ones
you
could get. They would you would wait an hour and it would be broken. Try it again.
You had to burn it at 2 speed, otherwise it would burn too fast.
I was in this band in high school, and we were so excited we finally had a CD writer, and we spent 2 days trying to burn 3 songs to a disc.
It took a while. While.
And then that's why I thought mini discs were going to be the thing. They were not, but they were cool.
Yeah, they were cool at the time, cool. But yeah,
they weren't going to do it. Pernell, what are you playing right now? You playing anything?
Everything?
What's notable that you want to mention in the next 5 minutes?
Balls.
Balls 3D.
Balls 3D. So it's hard to say.
You mean Puzzle Bobble?
Puzzle Bobble.
Well, I like Puzzle Bobble.
I love
Puzzle Bobble.
Sorry to interrupt.
I'd rather
no, you didn't interrupt. In fact, you're buying me time.
I'd rather play Puzzle Bobble than continue this conversation for now.
Oh, don't you dare! Don't you dare! Don't you freaking dare! No,
move, if you will.
My problem is just like I said, I bounce around games so much, and I just found this game called Makai Agito, which is essentially a Shin Megami Tensei fan game on Steam. So I bought that. No Rest for the Wicked. I just started up. I'm playing that. I'm back to Mario Wonder. Dragon Quest 3 HD Remake. I'm playing that right now. And then beyond that, it's I'm playing other games, but I couldn't tell you what they were unless I had my Steam Deck on right now. That's
that's real. That's real.
That's a mood.
It's a big mood. In fact, TV's been getting a lot more of my time lately too, because I'll get home from work and I go to the gym. Or get home from work. I work from upstairs. Anyway, I go downstairs from work and I go to the gym, and I'm generally just tired. So I finally understand when people used to say things like, "Man, I don't have time for games. Man, I'm tired all the time." So I'll just put on Yellow Jackets, or for some stupid reason, Manifest. I started watching recently. Any of you ever seen that show?
Heard the name.
No.
Heard the name.
No.
It was recommended to me because they're you like those mystery box shows where people are trying to figure out what's going on with them, blah, blah, blah. You'll love this show. And the problem is, I am enjoying the narrative and I want to see where it goes. But I hate every character on the show. The acting on the show is like subpar soap opera. And they make stupid decisions like a soap opera.
So how far in are you?
I'm like episode 12 because I can't stop.
That's a commitment already.
That's a mood. It is
a mood.
Yeah.
In a mood.
Potentially 12 hours. Or how long are the episodes?
They're like the typical 48-minute thing with commercials.
Oh yeah. That's yeah.
It's a mood. But
is it worth it? Is it good?
That's the problem. I won't tell you to watch it, but I can't stop.
Sometimes you just can't sometimes the shows just pull you in.
I love these drugs, and I'm not going to tell you to do them, but I
can't stop taking them. Hook me up. Hook it to my veins.
That's tough.
But I will recommend From the.
From is fantastic. You finished Common Side Effects?
Oh God, yes,
Yeah.
I recommend. That was the big.
I got
drug show.
I got
right there.
two more to get through. Fantastic show.
Have you two heard of Common Side Effects?
No.
It's
We're telling you.
I haven't. I don't know, Vicky. I can't speak.
The creators of Scavenger's Reign, and it's it's definitely bizarre.
Best way to describe
bizarre
it.
in the best
Make it
way.
real quick.
Yeah.
A guy. At the time, you just think of him as like a hippie mushroom lover type. He discovers a mushroom that is a literal cure-all. Anything that ails you, it can heal it, including death, pretty much. And the pharmaceutical industry is not happy with that. And it goes down a rabbit hole of people trying to
get him, trying to kill him, or trying to get to the mushrooms. It's so good, and every character is just—it's
the opposite of Manifest.
It's incredible. Like either you really hate them or you just love them.
Yes,
love them. It's even the FBI agents that are like tailing him. They're so nice.
They're great.
They're so cool.
And the villains, they're not even like bad villains. Like they're villains where you're like, I hate this person, but I understand their area and why they're being the way they are.
A well-constructed villain is
yes. In 20 minutes, they're able to do so much, which I really like. So
that's really cool.
So I'm finishing that up, and I'm pretty much at the end of Hollow Knight. I'm trying to decide how much additional content I wanted to see before I finish it.
Well, do you already have a second game in mind? Because if the answer is no, the answer is everything.
I am afraid to finish this because I don't know where to go next.
Silk Song.
Have they announced anything about that yet?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, it's coming out this year. Yeah.
So maybe I will.
Snap.
Because I was thinking, I'll finish this and go on to the next Metroidvania, which would be
everything.
Yeah, everything.
Metroid Dread, of course.
That's a game I was playing. Thanks. See, this is what happens.
Dread?
No.
Judge Dredd?
I need to play Dread, but no. There's a game called Zexion I found on Steam, and it's essentially like
sounds like a game I used to play in the
style
80s.
classic Metro. Well, there you go, because it is an 8-bit style Metroid-esque game without the Vania. Thank freaking heavens. It's pure Metroid, but it's really hard. And like the bosses beat the stuffing out of you.
This sounds appealing to me.
Well, you might be better at it than me.
I don't know. I'm bad at video games.
Oh,
me too. Honestly,
you might like this though. They're pretty generous with retries and stuff.
Oh, yeah,
and I won't call it Dark Souls hard. It's just the bosses will make you die a couple times before you win. You're not going to
as long as it's not that Tangrowth that came after me.
Yeah, it's no Tangrowth. You're not going to hear bang and none of that stuff. Nothing behind you like that. These monsters attack from the front.
Oh, of course. Tangrowth only sneaks up on you and just murks you in one hit.
The best part is, if you listened to any of this out of context, you'd still be describing a match in Guilty Gear.
Oh, of course.
That's my baby. That's my baby.
I love Guilty Gear.
The angry Chinese restaurant employees fighting the witch rock star.
Yeah, the
Giannino.
Yeah.
Pool player in the leotard. I love that guy.
Milia Rage versus one-armed samurai who stomps doors.
I honestly haven't played a Guilty Gear game since the second one.
That's all you need.
Meanwhile, I just roll up with Dizzy and I'm like, what's up? I'm a boss battle.
Yeah, pretty much.
Isn't there actually a character who's attached to an IV who gets blood transfusions during the fight?
Oh, yeah, Badman.
Yeah,
wait. I think it's Badman, yeah.
It's like, I just remember, like, it was one of the ones that came after.
Wait,
X2.
is his name Badman? Badman?
No, bed. So there's this guy
bed.
who's in a bed. He's basically permanently just in the bed. Unless you're talking about Slayer's wife, who he basically has on board as a, what's it called? A Capri Sun.
A what?
She's cool, though. Oh, yeah, no, his wife is a Capri Sun, but she's cool. She's alive. She's fine.
She's cool with it. She's cool with it.
Yeah, she's cool with it. Like, we don't know what she is. I think in one of the official
There it is.
guides,
Her name is ABA. That's the one I was thinking.
Oh, her. Yeah. Yeah, she first showed up in Guilty Gear
That's her blood
Isuka,
type, right?
and I don't go to Isuka anymore.
There it
They
goes.
brought her back,
ABA
though.
force feeds Paracelsus a blood bag. Put him in an installed state for 55 seconds. Whatever that means. This is like random stuff. It's like king
I
with
played
a
Guilty Gear
mouth.
for 20 years, and I don't even know what that means.
It's just wild and ridiculous, and I love it.
Guilty Gear
Well,
is
ride the lightning,
wild.
ride the lightning.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I am with fighting games. The ones I would play were always the ones with the strange characters or the
Yeah.
weird mechanics. Remember that time we went to the tournament in Pennsylvania, and it was before your game came up to play. They were playing Arcana Heart 3,
Oh yeah. That was
and
gosh.
I was interested in it. And I go, all this game needs is a character on rollerblades, and I would buy it. And the person goes, actually, wait a second. And they selected the vampire bat with rollerblades. Like, well, I'm buying this when I get home. And I did. It was just, I loved it.
That was a while. That was Street Fighter 4 days. Yeah. Brought my stick to that retro game shop. Okay, so before we finish up this episode and move along, what would you like to tell our listeners about the Gamer Symphony Orchestra, where they could find more information about you and how they can learn about your next concert or concerts?
That's all you, Vicky, as our socials director.
Oh, golly, yes, that's correct. So hey, if you would like to learn more about New Jersey Gamer Symphony Orchestra, abbreviated as NJGSO, you can check out our website, njgso.org. We're also on social media as New Jersey GSO in most places. And check that out. We put out fairly regular announcements about our concerts, try to keep everybody in the loop. I think we still have the friends and family information sign up, right, Elisa?
Friends and family. Yes, I believe we do. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. That's a different department than me. But yeah, no, that exists. But check us out on social media. All of our concerts are free. Donate what you want to if you feel like it. We also have really neat merch. So feel free to check us out. And we love video game music, and we hope you like what we do.
Lovely. I love to hear it. Well, thank you so much for joining us. And for our listeners, please tune in next week for more from Elisa and Victoria, and obviously me and Pernell. But
I'll be still eating, by the way.
we'll be here at this desk for 7 complete days eating the soup that I gave. You take a long time.
Well, I didn't want to have you hearing me smacking my lips on the microphone. You'd be like, Pernell, get away from the microphone.
Hey, say no more. I'm not complaining.
That's right. See, I'm being courteous. It's hard, but I can do it.
All right, thank you, everybody.
The soup must be cold by now.
Perpetual soup.
My
Perpetual soup.
We'll see you next week.